from both teams.
Horrible
I
offense.
don't even think the defense did all that. Like the turnovers, they were just trash ass throws, like garbage.
But
Like they were.
Go for it. Go
What?
for it.
No,
No,
go. Let's go.
Hey,
That's what I was gonna say.
Denver makes it all the games ugly. Like I have fucking Sutton and Melvin Brown, so like I keep an eye on them, but they just like they're ugly games. Like it's a shit ton of like lengthy ass drives that end up in field goals. What the fuck? Like you know what I mean? Like yeah, bad. I don't like Denver. I don't like Denver football though.
Even the Rams are still getting. Even the Rams are getting touchdowns, and that's what they are not looking too good in their offense right now.
I would just
so what does that? What does that say about the fuck? That pathetic, bro. That's garbage. That's ass. That was boring ass game.
I'm a Raiders fan, though, and Raiders are living up to the part, right? They got some players that still ass. Makes sense. And I root for the Rams, right? Because I want the LA team to win. But they're looking like ass too, though. And I'm like, come on, like, is it me? Is it me? Is it my fault? Did I do it? Did I do it?
It's just the hangover.
That's not the league, boys.
It's just a hangover. It's all good. It'll be fine.
It's a long ass hangover, dog. Usually it lasts like a 2-game hangover.
They ain't looking good, though.
I know you seen the Bengals are looking like. I mean, it's taking a little bit to get to ramp up.
Bengals fucking offensive line though, dog.
Bengals didn't even deserve to be not deserve to be there, but like.
But the Bengals spent billions and billions and billions of dollars for an offensive line
for 1 year.
That's what I'm getting. Like
Burrow's getting touched like almost every down. Like
ooh.
I got chased too. That's what sucks. I got chased, though. You know what I mean? And my man can't get a deep route because I was getting touched.
Fantasy wise, he's okay thoh.
Yeah.
But right now because they're down. Because they're down. I only care about these two quarterbacks because I got their fucking wideouts. Right? I got their fucking wide receivers and they fucking.
You have Cortland Sutton, right?
I got Sutton and I got Chase.
Jamar Chase?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's
and
crazy.
I got Evans.
Who's your quarterback?
Kyler Murray. I told you. He's either 100 points or 200.
Yeah, backup?
Nope. What?
Never mind. I don't want to trade with you.
I don't never roster a second quarterback.
I mean, at this point, you probably might need one.
Yeah, if I need to pick up a quarterback, then I'm gonna start streaming quarterbacks. What up, Glenn? What up,
I'll pick up all the quarterbacks.
Still drinking that Kool-Aid, dog. You believe that shit? I said, I these motherfuckers a cup, dog. Big ass cup of fucking Kool-Aid for today. We'll get started in about 4 or 5 minutes here. What up, Eddie? Hit the like button one time, like Glenn said. We love you for it.
Shut up, bitch.
Oh damn!
All right, my bad.
Oh damn! I'm looking for it. It's not Angel. Angel ain't in the loving mood today.
I apologize. Sometimes I me sale, you know.
What up, Apple? What up, Will? Bill. Oh, all right. Before we get started, Masa, you missed out. Angel, you missed out, but you look far as fuck. And I don't even know if you enjoy this as much. But George and I, Rooney and Fernando, we went to the Wu-Tang, Nas, and Busta Rhymes concert.
Oof.
Dog. That shit was fucking tight.
That shit was amazing.
I was in my zone, dog. I swear to God, I didn't know where I had a Walkman and Sony fucking headphones on, dog. I was on the 16 bus with my MTA fucking bus pass, dog, because that shit was everything. That shit was tight as fuck.
Yeah, it was really dope.
I'm jealous.
Busta took the fucking show, though, dog. I had never seen Busta. I've seen Nas and I've seen Wu before. Who?
Yeah, now Busta killed it.
I never seen him before, dog. And my man can hold the fucking crowd. Yeah, I mean,
did he make it clap? But did he
make
it clap?
Nah, I broke my neck though. I broke my neck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We broke our legs. We broke our kneecap. We broke our kneecap. We broke a lot of shit that day.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm gonna save that at the end of the journey for when we start the show. When we start talking about how we doing, because I ain't fully recovered from that, dog.
I feel you.
We'll talk about that in a little bit because we had a journey. We had a journey when we're leaving.
Fucking journey.
Hollywood Bowl. But again, dope ass night. That show's tight.
Why? You guys have to walk all the way down to Hollywood Boulevard?
Hollywood, street after Hollywood, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, we basically walked to In-N-Out without going to In-N-Out.
Shut the fuck up. How Eli? Got an Eli update before we kick off the show?
He got popped right now at practice. He had a swollen ankle.
Yeah,
it was.
How many finals has he lost?
He's lost 4 finals. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
No,
maybe with this one he wakes up.
Well, this is he got popped a la masa. His own teammate lit him up. Yeah, practice right now, and it was at the end of practice too when they're fucking around. Like, I should have brought this motherfucker home.
At the end of practice.
I should brought this motherfucker home. Yeah.
It's always like that, dog. It's always the less skillful that want to hit the skillful. You know what I mean? I get it, dog. I used to crack motherfuckers all the time. You know what I mean? I get it, dog.
Nah, the teammate crack him is he's good too. His dad I think gets mad at him a little bit more than I get mad at Eli, but he's good. I think he's pretty skillful.
I don't know why y'all fools be getting mad at your kids, dog. Y'all sorry as fuck. Your kids are
that is true. Like, that is true. But see, I'm physically weak. I'm physically weak. All right, I'm physically weak.
I mean that. Okay? Yes, and
and analytically, that's a different story. Right? I can take teams to championships. They just gave me the opportunities. If they gave me the opportunity,
not in fantasy football. Not in fantasy football. You ain't
real life. Oh, listen, I'm a real life person. You know, I don't do that fake shit. You know, but I'm gonna have a hat trick. I whoop George's ass. I whoop Masa's ass. I'm gonna whoop your ass too. What's up?
Maybe.
And what?
We see you next Monday, dog.
Fantasy football?
Yeah, fantasy football.
No, internet. I'm sorry.
No internet.
On some more shit.
No tengo saldo, dog.
He's officially playing center mid now. He played last game all center mid, and
that makes me happy.
He looked pretty good. He looked pretty good. He actually scored a pretty good goal.
Center mid?
Yeah, I
feel like his runs are too good. Like he sees the game a lot clearer than what kids do.
But you know what? Though? Like, shout out to Angel though, since he was small. I think Eli always was like pass first, like type of player. Like he'll take a shot and everything, but he always had the vision because I think Angel set him up too early.
I think we're giving Angel too much credit.
Like,
I don't like this. I don't like this. Not too much credit to Angel, dog.
Nah. I'm giving Eli credit. Eli could see the game and he makes runs, and sometimes his team can't pass him the ball.
But Angel,
and I don't think his team can make those runs.
There was times when Eli was playing at a younger level where he was trying to pass the ball, where he should have just tried to take on players and shoot. And now that since he had that since he was smaller, now that they put him in that position, I think he shines.
And he is right now. His he technically assisted on the first goal, and obviously I'm sure you guys saw it, but I posted his Kamehameha goal. That was kind of him, building the whole thing, and
that shit was dope.
Yeah, so that whole intention of just driving, like, listen, if you had the opportunity, and even in that center mid role, he's just getting accustomed to, right? Because he still sometimes pushes up a little bit too much, and he has to in that center mid role. He has to tuck in still a little bit deep. And he's getting accustomed to that. He's just, hey, let the forward and the wingers push up all the way. You still have to be there to cover in case your teammates lose the ball. You got to be there to recover, right? So he's starting to pick that up already. But his passes, his vision, all that has been pretty solid. I'll show you guys the footage. Maso, next time we come over, we'll watch this last game because I thought his last game he did a lot of good things for being I think his first game actually playing an entire game in center midfield role.
That's dope.
So
how'd they do?
They lost 3-2.
There it is.
There it is.
It's not about
it's not. But listen, the goal is a whole different story. We can talk about that offline because I don't want the shit to be on the record. We can talk about that offline.
I know what you're gonna say. I already know.
Maybe.
All right.
The point is,
where we end.
And views on everything related to LA Galaxy, straight from the stands. I am your co-host Smarts, alongside the always angry Angel, his counterpart level-headed George, and the man with the facts, Masa.
That's your.
He could have had a touchdown.
Wrong one. I'm just messing up.
And he was pissed at him at the end.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
Oh shit, y'all awake today?
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, bro.
I don't know.
Fourth place, boys.
Let's go.
Fuck yeah.
Talk to him, baby. Talk to him for me, baby. Listen, we'll get there because I want to talk about that. I feel like talking about that today, so we should talk about that a little bit later on. But how we doing? Before we get into the G stock?
Chilling, baby.
Yeah. How you? Y'all seen you? I seen you at the game on Saturday. That cut is nice, baby. You looking like a Uso brother, dog. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, baby.
I'm a little small.
That should a little. The curls are still a little juicy and shit. Had a little goo dripping on us.
Like an Uso?
You know?
Hey, I get. Sorry, I gotta read this tweet right here. This is amazing. If Atletico de Madrid played Thursday Night Football, that's the game we just saw. That's the football game we just saw.
Facts. So this is why I didn't go to that concert. I was legit hot that my team is ass right now.
That's the reason. Ours is not. Ours is type of league, boys.
I was mad,
Ours is type of league, boys.
I'm furious, bro. How you lose to Brujas in Champions League, bro?
Para eso no fui, fíjate. Just because of that.
George, how you doing?
Well, on that topic, George,
okay.
talk to us about it, about the concert. Rudy, what's up? You guys want to say something about somebody's kneecaps? I don't know. Hit me. What's up?
I don't want.
Listen, there was multiple things here, but one thing that stood up to me, right? It's like I knew it was in my level. I knew it was in my zone. I was with the people of my age group and all that, right? At one point, the Jizza does his little shtick about like knowing what the audience is like, and he starts calling out decades, right? Starts with 2000s, like, yo, my 2000 kids at, and there's like a little right? And then where the 90s kids at, and they're like, and then the 80s, and there's like a big right? And then we get to 70s, and it was like a loud roar, like rah, and I'm like, oh damn,
god damn,
like, no, because this is maybe like 10:30 at night, so I'm like, yo, it's late for me, like it's really late for them. You know what I mean? I'm being considerate, like, wow, like it's fucking late. Point is, dope show, dog, amazing show. I seen Wu and Nas a couple of times. This setting at the Hollywood Bowl was fucking dope. So I really enjoyed those shows. I saw Busta for the first time, and Busta's something else, man. Busta's fun as shit. Like Busta, crowd control, energy. That shit was tight, bro. And again, like it's talking to a lot of old people, and there was a lot of energy in that show and shit. So dope as fuck. And the show's fun. If y'all ever been to Hollywood Bowl, you know it's a pretty steep incline if you go out to the left side. But we're young bucks, so we did that, right? Halfway through there, dog, I realized the pull gravity has. You know, the knees started, feeling some way. I started getting pulled. I started going sideways just to make sure I could control my own fucking speed that I was going down the hill with. You ever seen those videos where they chase the cheese? They chase the cheese ball down the hill, and you see motherfucker just fine. If you ever seen that, you don't get it. But I really thought at one point I was gonna trip and fall and just start bouncing down the hill. Never happened.
Like Falford?
Like Falford? Is that what it is called?
Falford. Falford.
What's that?
Remember? I don't think Rudy was there. First year when we went up to Stanford, I fell, and Chendo kept calling me Falford the whole way down.
Oh, I know. I didn't. You fell.
No. Oh yeah, down the escalators. I fucking so drunk, fucking tripped over, some shit like that. I don't remember, but yeah, that was last. It was like
it was a long night. I was high as fuck. I was like really, really fucking high. I was so high I was feeling vibrations coming out of my ear. High as fuck. We end up going down, and then we decide we should walk a little further down to get an Uber because we're never gonna catch our Uber if we stay at Hollywood Bowl. We end up walking down. As we're approaching Hollywood Boulevard, Rooney says we should just go to In-N-Out and catch an Uber from there, and I'm like, I'm down.
That's just far as shit.
We ended up catching an Uber a block and a half away from fucking In-N-Out, but George said you didn't want no In-N-Out, dog.
That was it, dog. That was it. I couldn't walk anymore. I was legit. You know how tired I was? As the concert was going, we had to stop, and we all sat down for like 5. We like took breaks on sitting down because our heels were hurting. I don't know how people older than me made it throughout that concert.
I'm saying though, that the whole point of me saying about the decades thing is like, I was hurting. As a matter of fact, I'm still hurting a little bit. You know what I mean? My heels you know what I mean? Just a little bit. And everybody else who's 10 years older than me, like, y'all, I hope y'all doing all right, man. I hope you got some ice packs. I hope you keep your legs elevated. You know what I mean? Get the blood pumping right, because dope ass concert. That show's tiring as fuck though. It's Tuesday night, it's Thursday night. I'm still fucking tired. Either way, dope as shit. Yeah, it was good times. Good times. All right. Angel, how you doing?
Great. What George's ass in fantasy the week before. What Masa's ass last week.
Our fantasy matchup was what happened on Thursday Night Football right now.
And I'm about to whoop your ass.
That's what happened. You don't brag about that shit. Don't brag about that shit. We were just on Thursday Night Football right now. That was our matchup.
Things are looking up. You know, everything's looking
looking
great,
up.
Yeah. Everything's looking great. You know, I see La Cima. I see La Cima, baby.
I swear to God, we're bottom feeders trying to pick at people, dog.
It's okay, you know, I get it.
I get it. You guys never won, and I could tell, though. You know what I mean? But it's all right, cool. I get it, dog.
I never have, no.
All right. Let's start the bullshit. Let's talk about some G's. Let's talk about some G's, because coming into the weekend, we knew we had to get a result, right?
You want to do rumors first?
Okay, yeah, I'm down with that. We can talk about rumors. Let's talk rumors.
Damn, you lead this motherfucking show then.
Yeah,
No, well,
do it.
we
No,
always
do it. Go ahead. Back me up. Yeah, back me
Nah,
up.
shut up, do it. Nah, tanto que quieres hablar, va pues.
Back me up, Daddy.
Gente.
Back me up, because I ain't got him. You got him.
So yesterday, rumors out of Spain and now today everywhere. Luis Suarez to the G's next season.
We've confirmed this for 2 months already. Everybody's late.
Nah, but I think there's a mechanism now, right? I think because part of that, well, I don't know about part of the room, but also the shit circling around is the fourth DP, the added 22 and under players, and GAM or TAM that's being included. So it's like there's a cap increase happening next year, which makes this now, like, based on all the rumors, like it feels like a real thing, no?
Yeah, but damn, I don't know about
Is that
back down the second
contingent
striker
on
like that.
is that contingent on him staying healthy and doing well in the World Cup? I'm sure there has to be something in there because I mean, I doubt anything signed. It's just rumors right now. But the Galaxy
Agreement.
hopefully are kind of putting their insurance, just contingency on him staying healthy, no injuries at the World Cup, and actually producing. I mean, because we don't want a Luis Suarez that goes to the World Cup and completely,
You're giving
Oh,
the Galaxy too much
even
credit here, though.
well, are we?
I mean,
listen,
we signed injured players like Douglas Costa.
Listen, in for the most part, I would agree with you, right? But the latest signings have not been that. Our latest signings have not been that. Costa side, right? Because I think again, conspiracy theories on Costa that wasn't very good signing. But look at Brugman and look at Puig. Like I guess Puig landed on that, but Brugman was somebody we scouted for 2 years, or somebody wanted to get it for somebody in 2 years, and that's a player. Bring me more Brugmans, right? In every other position, you want to bring players like Brugman, I'm cool with, right? So I want to give him some credit because I think they're doing a lot better than that,
fair.
right?
All right, I
fucks with what he's saying though, because I like Suarez.
I like Suarez too, but I mean, like, we still playing single striker formation. You can't make Dejan and Cheech work. How you gonna make Cheech and fucking Suarez work?
CR7.
I mean,
I take CR7, even if we play him at a winger. Fuck it, but
And that's what I get. This is my thing about this whole comment, right? This is why I don't know if you guys saw, but I posted it on the socials, right, a couple of days ago. I was curious, right? Because we've heard some rumblings, okay, about CR7. Does it happen? I don't think that one does. I think that one's, if that's the case, I think well, I mean, that's true, right? But then you add a lot of other questions to him. Okay, well, how do you bring him in if those 4 DP pots are taken? Cheech already confirmed he's coming back. Hypothetical, right? This is why I went very hypothetical. If those 3 were to be part of this squad, how the hell do you play 3 center forwards? Explain that to me. Because CR7 does not play a winger position anymore. He just doesn't anymore.
Anymore in Europe. I think he could handle it here.
You think he can handle it here? I don't think he can.
I think
100% he can.
I think
I don't think he couldn't handle fucking playing forward today against a fucking team from Cyprus. Like that. Stop. No.
I think that Cyprus team beats the Galaxy now, though.
I don't think he's going to be the sprinty winger that he was, though, right? And I think he plays a winger in the sense that he starts out wide, but his whole thing is creep inside, right?
Rushing the ball.
But to be honest, I don't see it either, right? Like, I don't think we're a dynamic team.
Fine, but even then, let's say that is the case. I'll side with you guys on that one. Fine, because I don't think he plays it anymore. I know he did before. I just don't think he's capable of doing it anymore. I can defeat my role. He's capable of telling me I'm wrong. Absolutely, it's CR7.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't change the fact that my comment about Suarez and Chicharo remains the same. Plus, you add Dejan into the mix. That's 3 players that are playing in center forward position. Like Masa said already, you didn't make it work with both of them. Now you got this playing mix because you got to give Dejan something has to give for Dejan, right, for him to stay. I get that he's under 22 contract. Maybe we could keep him that way if he's cool with it, but we don't know, right? We don't know. He looks like he wants more playing time. I don't know, right? It's speculation, but this is why I got the hypothetical question. How the hell do we make it work if Cheech already told you he's coming, and everyone's saying is him, so we're going to play a 2 up top formation, but Vanny has shown you he doesn't want to play that type of formation.
Oh, listen, and I'm not even tripping, like, I think you could change that or in the offseason, but how does it, like, that top 3, as much as I like Suarez, I like Cheech, and I'll take a CR, like, any day. Like, that's not I feel like that's pretty easy to defend. All you gotta do is keep him in front of you, right? Because none of those 3 are gonna burn you in the backside, right? Cheech moves amazing. You don't see him getting that much space in the MLS. I don't. Suarez, I think, moves the same way. So, like again, right? Like he might find some space, but it's not going to be like easy thing. You can't beat him with speed, which is what you see. It'll be successful in MLS. And Ronaldo, like, listen, well, Ronaldo, with the one thing you do have is slot them ball back. But that man's going to jump fucking, head and shoulders over everybody. Yeah. So you have that.
I
don't see.
He hasn't scored any headers lately, though. At least I don't recall him scoring.
Again,
One, he hasn't scored
Europe.
lately.
In Europe, though,
And
like you're CR is not getting over like top elite fucking center backs, but he is getting over fucking MLS center backs.
Yeah.
Right? Like Dejan gets over fucking MLS center backs, so he could do it. But I don't think we're a good team. I don't like where that's going. Like I like the names, but I don't see like we can't mimic what we've been good at the end here with the Galaxy with those three players in the field at the same time. Yeah. That's a problem. I don't, and oh man, part of me wants like, because it's a big dick flex. If you can say your team has, those players. At the same time, though, like we've been here before, right? Like we've been here with big names that don't necessarily gel well together. Let me ask another question, right? Just to kind of piggyback off of Masa. If it is a choice between Suarez and CR, with CR, right?
Yeah, CR said.
Easy calls.
Yeah, it's not even close.
Easy call.
All right. I figured. Interesting, man.
What do you think?
Here's the thing. Here's what I think about the whole thing. I don't think it's as clear as we're making it seem. I think there's gonna be there'll be more movement within MLS and in LA Galaxy. I don't see how you can, if you're being real with the team, if you want to make this team like a contender next year, right? Like, okay, you make playoffs. What's the next step? You want to make a contender, make a run for the cup. I don't see how you keep the 3 DPs that we have right now as DP and do that. Right, like I don't think it's possible to be straight up.
So what
right?
changes?
Again, I know you've just been talking about like a loan is a potential thing for Cabral. That's how you get him off the books. Yeah, maybe it's a 10.
But then Cabral getting on a loan, that's kind of Vanny kind of shooting himself in the foot and saying I fucked up. And I don't think
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
I'm not either. I would prefer that to happen, but I don't see it happening.
I think I do, because I think it's very clear. Like, again, we said it before. It was a gamble. Cabral was a gamble, and it didn't pay off. I'm not mad at the gamble because I can see like why you got bamboozled. Right? Like, we all got bamboozled. Like, okay, maybe you do a little bit more, and you figure out you're getting bamboozled. But like, I get it. Like, I understand with our scouting department the way it's been set up for fucking ever, why that was the case, right? So whatever, take that in chin. I also think that it's apparent that Vanny knows that he's not that guy, right? Because like, listen, like, it's no longer this thing where like, why is Cabral starting? Right? Like, I think he's getting the same treatment as Efra right now, where they're just like throwing him out there. Hey, please do something so we can sell you. Right? Like, give me something so I can put in a fucking highlight video for you, so I can fucking get something off of you. So that's what I think. I think it could be a possibility, but I think there's a lot of factors that we still don't know, and we'll see in the offseason. And hopefully it's a short offseason, right? Because we make a run here. Yeah. Any other rumors before we move on to last weekend's game and then talk about everything else? Either way, though, CR7, Luis Suarez, Chicharito, and Messi are going to be lining up for the Galaxy at the Rose Bowl first game of the season.
Yeah, sick ass.
Calling it right here. No, exciting though. 40p sounds fun. It should have happened like a long time ago, but
yeah, 100%.
All right, let's talk about some G's. Let's talk about LA.
Joe. It's confirmed, Joe Zatino.
Oh, is that confirmed?
What's
the confirmation on that?
That he's basically not going to be the announcer anymore. Him and Kobe are not going to be it because they did this whole goodbye at the end of the game at the broadcast. Wait, not a goodbye, but
they didn't confirm that they're not doing it. They're confirming that there hasn't been anything established, right? Like they have no plans going forward.
My understanding is that it's at least obviously not as broadcasters. Obviously my guess is some capacity with the Galaxy, right? What that is, I don't know, but yeah, in terms of broadcasters, no more.
Man, fuck the Galaxy.
Is that confirmed? No, not the Galaxy. It's fucking Apple. Fuck Apple at that point.
Yeah, but I'm down with Apple.
Yeah, and it's with everyone. It seems like
I'm down with
across
Apple.
the board.
Oh, that's
at least as of right now. I don't know if there's still an option from now until the start of next season. When Apple is up and running, if they can still make it work. But right now, it seems like it's a done with all of them.
I didn't see this because I didn't hear this or see the farewell thing, but I understood it as like, hey, like this is where we end, as like this is what we have to offer. We don't know what the future is, right? Like I thought there was an open door there. If it's not, that really sucks. especially let me just. I know we're derailing talking about Galaxy, the game or whatever, but it's gonna be the same thing as when they play the games in TUDN, where they're I hope it's not that where they're knowledgeable about soccer but they don't know MLS, so they'll say some random shit about like Efro being amazing when he's not, or all this other shit. You know what I mean? Like they know the
Listen,
soccer but they don't know the league, they don't know the players, and that sucks to me. You know what I mean?
If MLB on Apple TV gives us any glimpse of the commentary we have, I'm gonna mute the game because
It's
MLB.
bad? Oh.
I mean, visually and everything, the things that they have, the interface is beautiful. They kill it. But when it comes to the commentating and just the on screen on field personalities, horrible.
And see, like, and hopefully it's a growing pain, and I really hope that they figure somewhere out to keep the local networks or the local commentators on, because again, like, there's a lot. Even Kobe, like Kobe doesn't watch it too sometimes, but like I like Kobe, I like that group, I like the dynamic, and it sucks that if they're not gonna be around, and especially if it's just like some Euro snob that knows everything about Europe but doesn't know anything about MLS players, like that's gonna suck because you're not educating. Whatever. Either way.
Well, there's some. I see a couple comments here on the chat from the Commercial Underground, and Victor Bañuelos says LA Galaxy can bring him back in 2024, and then Victor Bañuelos follows up with 2024 TV audio option. I don't know what that means, so I guess there is an avenue for them to still come back. What that is, I don't know. Obviously, there's something out there, so you guys can go look for it, whatever that is. I'm not sure.
Well, man, I just hope, like, again, I hope there is some open.
I hope there's a home for them. There's a home for them with us. That's all I hope. Even if that, I hope they're employed through the Galaxy.
I'll mute the TV and put him to put him to like Google Home or something. You know what I mean? So I can hear their audience through that shit. Either way, we'll see what happens. Is 2024 is going to be a wild year. Y'all seen the what's this shit called? The Interliga tournament they're having. Fuck.
Yeah.
No.
The League Cup. Did you see? You see the format? Yeah, it's confirmed. It's 102 teams across 7 countries. No, I'm trying to see. Like, no.
Oh shit! I think we're serious.
Go look at the video they dropped out. They dropped it. It had like big numbers, but it's pretty much all MLS teams, all Liga MX teams, 17 group stages, 17 groups or something like that. Top two events. In group, there's no fucking draws. So each team gets a point, and it's a penalty shootout. And whoever wins the penalty shootout gets an extra point. My comment to Glenn about this was like, if you're gonna be gimmicky, might as well just pop out fucking shootouts. You know what I mean? Just bring me back 1996 fucking MLS shootouts if you're gonna support shit like that. It's a marketing gimmick as fuck. But I also think it's a necessary marketing gimmick because the next World Cup is in the US, right? So you want to get attraction to the game.
So it's a month-long tournament.
Yeah, 4 weeks.
Okay, the Commercial Underground Leagues Cup, July to August 2023. All regular seasons go on break for a month. Okay, I get it. So it's a tournament style.
Commercial Underground. You want to be part of the team though?
Yeah, he could be a he could be a real fax. Since Masa.
A man with the facts.
Hell yeah, fuck yeah.
Commercial Underground, the man with the facts.
For real, he's on that shit.
And Masa just be Masa. Masa and the curls, dog. You know what I mean?
But that's just its own tournament, and that's not. You still have the Champions League, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So winner of this, right. Obviously there's a prize money and also gets a ticket to the Champions League.
So, okay, this is all beautiful in games for me, but then what happens when the World Cup is here in the US? What happens when the World Cup happens?
You take a pause. Right? Or you adjust the games, whatever it is. Like,
I like that because I mean, my opinion, right? Because it's just fun to watch, right? Because listen, realistically, it's always gonna be LA Galaxy, LAFC, Seattle Sounders. These big showcases against Chivas USA, against America. It'll be dope to see, fucking, I don't know, Cincinnati against fucking Puebla, or some shit like that. Just it's something. It's let everybody get that exposure, to have it go at it. Doesn't always have to be the market teams. Obviously, we're not a powerhouse right now, or we want to get to that. But in terms of the market share, we still own it, right? Which is why Galaxy's always going to be there. But nah, I want to see that shit. I want to see fucking. I don't know, fucking Chapas and Dorados. Fucking bring back Celaya. I don't care. Todos Nesa to play against these fucking Tampa Bay Mutiny while we're at it. Just have them all play each other. Fuck it.
And it means something. Like the most important thing, like, listen, it has a time frame on which like the focus is going to be this tournament. and then there's a prize behind it, right? And the Chacorectomy is the first 3 get Champions League berths. That's something you want to play for, right? Listen, now you're talking about you have a U.S. Open Cup, you have what's this one called?
Leagues Cup.
And you have MLS as a way to get into fucking CCL. And I get it. Listen, I'll be honest with you. Like, I don't even want to be in CCL next year. I don't think we're ready there. I don't think we're ready for that yet.
No, we're not.
But ultimately, that would be the goal, right? Like, I want to be daddies of MLS and then fucking compete at an international level, right?
Yeah.
And I heard rumors about having like a tournament with, or the fucking World Cup of Clubs being hosted in the States.
Oh,
all right, that'd be dope.
So like there's a gang of shit. Again, everything, and I get it. I fucks with all this. Everything is leading up to the World Cup in 2026. Like that's why it's all the money being thrown right now. That's why I think part of that is why we're having the 4CP and the additional roster money. So MLS teams could actually compete in this fucking tournament. It won't be a wash like it is in Champions League. I'm fucked with it. I think it's a good thing. Marketing as fuck is gonna be gimmicky as fuck. It's gonna be in your face everywhere. You know what I mean? They're gonna be talking about it. How, you know, the first of its kind and you know, whatever you want to say and shit. But at the end of the day, I think it's good for the sport, especially in the States and for the region. So I fucks with it.
Yeah,
I take it.
I fucks with it. All right, can we talk about fucking Galaxy versus RSL?
All right, man. Let's go quick. Hurry up.
okay, go.
God. All right, man. Listen, coming into this was easy for the Chiefs, right? Get a dub.
That was
Get
it.
a dub. Listen, get a dub, and you're comfortable. You're comfortable. Get a draw and you're in. I want to start off by saying this though: for RSL, is win this game or your season's over.
Correct.
Right? Like for us, we needed a tie. Right? A dub will get you comfortable. A tie will you're in. First milestone complete. And I say that because I do want to talk about RSL in this game because I don't think it was all LA Galaxy. But the LA Galaxy did come out with Bond and goal, Edwards out left, Caceres, Koulibaly, and Araujo, Puig, Brookman, and Delgado, Granzier, Chicharito, and Costa.
Correct.
No surprises. No surprise there, right?
Mm-mm.
I mean,
Caceres.
Am I wrong? Then I'm wrong because I thought that Williams was out for card or something like that. Am I wrong on that? I thought he was like out because of 4 reasons. No,
I don't know.
Then,
I think
and was he in the bench?
He
Williams was in the bench. No, so you're right. Like, it was Vanny's choice.
Yeah,
to go with
Caceres was the
Caceres
only one that got me.
Okay.
Understandable. I mean, we brought him in because of this. I mean, we knew that we only had 9 games and even 7 games possibly in him. So I get the start, but it was just a little bit.
So not what you expected.
I mean, I get the start because I feel like he's been solid.
I agree. Yeah, I haven't had
Williams?
anything negative to say about him, which is good.
What I'm asking now is like over Williams.
No.
Was Williams that bad to have Casares over Williams? And Casares
Masa's
or Williams? Koulibaly over Williams still? Then?
That's where my
Koulibaly over Williams too?
but I think Koulibaly has been more reckless than Williams has.
And we'll talk about it. I
mean, that's my opinion. I get that Williams hasn't been great, and understandably so, but I still think that Koulibaly has been way more.
While we're on the topic of center of defensive, there was voting for defensive player of the year last year, and certain people got to vote. Am I a hater, or am I shocked that a lot of people are a consensus is Koulibaly for defender of the year for the Galaxy?
For this year?
Wow, to me, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I don't know what to tell you, bro. Listen.
I heard it, and it was a debate for Araujo, Bond, and Koulibaly, and Koulibaly got a consensus on it. I thought I was just a hater and I was tripping, but seeing you guys' reactions, I feel a little bit on the same page.
I heard.
Well, listen, I don't know anything about soccer, so you know
that's true.
Yo que sé, you know, I don't know shit.
That's accurate too.
Yeah. So what I know.
Let's leave it at that. I like to end it at that. That's great.
Yep, that's cool. No, it's fine. Yo que sé.
I thought I lost my mind.
Nah, you're not wrong. But here's the thing, though. Like when I look at it, like I remember, I have a lot of moments where I think Edwards fucked up, and I don't think he deserves it. I think there's moments where he let me down, and Bond too, right? Koulibaly, he's let me down a lot.
Less.
Not going forward. Like defensively, I think he's like every time he's trying to like drill the ball out, or in this game, and we'll get to it, like pass the ball out, like he's got himself into a lot of trouble.
Right.
Over
But that's
defending.
reckless, though, in my opinion. Like,
I agree.
that's
I
not your
agree.
function. And then you leave your bag.
I
To me,
was trying to make
that's
sense of it.
bigger.
I was
To
trying to
me,
make sense
that's
of it.
a bigger because you're purposely leaving your teammates at risk. If you miss a tackle or someone beats you on a head or something, then fuck it. It is what it is. You know, they beat you, the forward, whoever it was. But if you're purposely leaving your team I'm not even gonna. No, it's fine. It's fine. You know what? Fuck it. Best fucking defender in the league.
All
There
right,
you go.
listen. Okay, that's all I.
Well then,
Unbelievable.
well then.
Dog, I don't.
Yo, are you fucking serious right now? Like
We have a
we're-
track record on this fucking podcast about defenders, and to this date, I'm not gonna say I'm right, but I'm gonna say straight from the stands has been right about our
You can say I'm right.
defenders, about our goalkeepers. George has been right about our defenders, about our goalkeepers. There's one thing that you guys can't. Anyone listen to this shit? I've been right. Fuck y'all. So that's insane. But anyways, yeah.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say we've been here 30 minutes and we haven't started talking about this game. We got one game to talk about.
Que me
in 30
emputa la
minutes.
gente,
We haven't got to talk-
Rudy. You know. All right, fucking
All
go.
right,
Talk about this fucking whack ass game. God damn it, dog.
Let's get into it. Hey, I'm feeling confident, right? I see the lineup right before we walk in, and I was like, oh, okay, we're about to fuck. And man, missed opportunities. I was gonna say about missed opportunities because 8 minutes into it, the first real clear chance falls to us. A good run from Araujo. There's a good run from Araujo. I think Puig finds him, and I think goalie gets like a foot save on second post. And you can't like, and again, like I think it's good football. But I said it in the beginning, it was RSL's first. It was RSL's, season on the line, and I think they fucking congested the midfield, and then it let us move much, man. But with the chances we got, we didn't put them away. Damn, everybody here or everybody typing? What are we doing?
No,
What are we doing? What are we doing here?
it's. I don't know. I'm gonna come on here. Before coming onto the pod, I was at a conflict because I don't want to sound negative, because that's what I've been doing throughout the past. And look where we're at. We're at a possibility to play for third place. Did we think third, fourth? But then I look back at the games where we've made some decisions and we've gotten scraped out by penalties. We're playing well. Teams are adjusting to the way that we play. But I don't feel the only excitement from the last game that I saw was the fact that we clinched. It was disappointing that we clinched through a tie, but I didn't see the Galaxy winning that game at all. I didn't like the game.
I thought the Galaxy, other than two chances, the goal they scored and the one that Bond saved, kept ourselves for the most part at bay. Like it wasn't this. I think Galaxy had the better of chances.
To put into context, it was Thursday Night Football. That's exact. I feel the same way.
Yeah. But again, I think it was Galaxy trying to do their thing, and getting outworked by RSL. It wasn't like RSL was better than the Galaxy. I think they just got outworked. I mean, look here.
They had more to lose. They had more intensity in the game, I think, in terms of because they had more desire to win. They had no option but to win.
Yeah, it was do or die for them, like legit do or die for them, right? And they died. In a clear example is the goal they scored on us, right? Because they ended up scoring us on the 25th minute.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see this in person because I was in the game, and I just, what to me looked like the defense broke down and it was a clear header, right? What you see on the replay, what you see on the highlights is there's 7 guys, there's 7 RSL players in the box. Like RSL was committed, right? They had, again, 11-11, they had 7 players touching box. Those boys were committed for that, right? Like, so it looked for and I still think the Galaxy was out of shape at that moment, right? And that's because they were coming back on us. But it's 6-7 players, RSL players in a box. That's the intensity that they brought, right? Like they're committed. They wanted to score. They needed the result, and they went for it. So again, for as much as I want, I don't think it was the best LA Galaxy that we've seen. But I gotta give a lot of credit to RSL, or give credit to RSL for that being a thing, because I think they play with a lot of intensity. They went after every single ball. It wasn't pretty, but they wanted the result, and I think you know what I mean, like if it wasn't for penalties, that they probably could have got the result because they outworked us. Am I wrong in that? Did you guys see it different? Because that's the
I
way I saw it
mean,
on the replay.
I think we wanted to be intense from the beginning, but I think the Ricky Pooch miss was anticlimactic, and I think I think everyone was ready to explode at that moment, and say, "Here we go, we're on the way," and I think that is a representation of what the entire game was for the Galaxy as a whole, because George has talked about it. That game was Thursday Night Football, and I think the commercial underground said here, Bond said they were playing for a draw towards the end, and that was evident. So listen, I came on here last week talking about I drank 10 pounds of fucking sugar with Kool-Aid, right? Talking about a 5-0 ass whooping or 5-1 ass whooping, right? I came out with that feeling, but right away after that Ricky Pooch miss, the PK miss right there. I don't know. You just feel that energy just kind of get drained out of it. And it just got so anticlimactic, and you kind of figured, or I don't know if I figured, but it seems like the mentality of the boys, in my opinion, right? This is my opinion, my perspective, is shit. We miss is looking at like that type of day where these balls are not going to go in.
Here we go again.
Here we go again. I just don't think they wanted to risk too much. They wanted to play it safe. And listen, if they got the result, great. But I think they understand that at very minimum, they just need the tie. They're not the team that needs to go out there and give more, right? It has to be RSL the one that has to open themselves up some more. They have to go attack. Galaxy don't necessarily have to do that. At the end of the day, Galaxy has one focus: is make it a fucking playoffs. They don't care about Rudy's tattoo.
But I'll tell you this: like I don't agree with it, right? Because
what am I?
Okay. And I'll tell you why I don't agree that was the case. Because look at the opportunities that we had, right? We're talking about 2 penalties, right? And both and in a third, and maybe a third that wasn't called, but 2 of them that were rightfully called. Pooch missing it, and let's talk about that miss real quick because that was a bad taking penalty, PK, right? Mm-hmm. Like everybody knew he was going to that side.
Very bad.
It wasn't struck with power. It wasn't up high. It wasn't down low. It was ugly PK. Fair. It's one of the first times that he let us down, right? With like a real bad decision. But he's not perfect. We know that now. Either way, I think still even on who scored, he's the best rated player on our team, even with the PK miss, right? Like getting the penalty missing. Okay. We had opportunities, man. Like that's a bad miss. Pooch had one off of the crossbar that came back out and did that. I think Costa had a shot that went wide. Like there was opportunities in this game. Not a lot, but there's opportunities again. And then I'm gonna go ahead and skip a little bit and we can talk more about it in a minute. But like Cabral also had fucking chances. Yeah, 3 chances in there. Right? They just happened to follow Cabral. So like there was clear chances. There's at least 5 clear chances for us to take advantage of this game and win. But we didn't put it away. Right? And again, valiant effort from ourselves.
Anticlimactic,
on us.
Anticlimactic, exactly. Because, the opportunities were there for this to be that explosion that we all wanted. Right? Even if it was a 2-1 win, but the point is that explosion it was just built, right? Whether you're watching it at home or you're watching it at the stadium, it was there because everybody wanted that, right? Their team, right? We were all just dreaming about 4th spot. Because at the time, I wasn't paying attention to what the fuck Houston was doing in their game after beating Nashville. Yep. I'm not thinking about that. I'm just thinking about the thing in front of me. I'm like, shit, in my mind, Nashville's going to win. We need to win, put that pressure. They still have that game at the end of the season against LAFC. Obviously, a lot of things still moving. I wasn't expecting Houston to win. So, in my opinion, it was anticlimactic, the whole thing. I never really got blue balls, bro. It was a big-ass case of blue balls. That's what it was.
So actually, let's go. Go for it. Yeah, go for it.
Am I wrong to think that going into the playoffs, you want to start playing, you want to find your peak at this? You know how everybody says, don't peak too soon, don't peak too soon. We're a game away. And even then, a lot of people say, oh, well, all we need to do is get in. All we need to do is get in. But at this point, we should start seeing a little bit of what we need to do or work on what we need to be doing. And I don't see that, especially in the team. Okay, RSL threw the kitchen sink at us. But then what are the other teams not going to do to us in playoffs?
Let me say this, right? Let me just say this. Was that a game that you want to go into, like your next game is a playoff game? No, by no means, right? RSL, with their intensity, nullified a lot of what you wanted to do. Yeah, you still had chances that you missed them, right? In a playoff game, you don't want to do that. You want to score your chances that you get because you're not going to get many of them, right? all that being said, this year for Fan Appreciation Night, they got the result they needed to get in playoffs. And I get what you're saying. We want more, right? They want more. Here's the shit. They got the result to make playoffs right now. Anticlimactic. It wasn't a victory that we wanted. They probably could have had, but they made playoffs. And they have a game in hand to solidify where they're seating. Right? I'm not saying like and I'll tell you my prediction of how I feel about the game coming up. But I'm saying right now, where they position themselves, is that right? Like they're already in playoffs and currently sitting in 4th place with a position with a game to be able to solidify that and go into playoffs at a higher seat or at the 4th seat, right? Like that's what they did. And for as much more that we want, because I agree, I think we want more. I want MLS Cup, right? I'm not saying that's what we're going for this year, by the way. I'm not giving you that just right now. But I'm saying I want MLS Cup. That's my ambition. But I'm being realistic with this team. And a month ago, we sat here most of, except for me, because I was trying to will this team into fucking playoffs. We thought the season was over.
Yeah.
Right. So I understand what you're saying, but let's keep perspective on this, right? Because what this team right there, what the team is doing right now, what they've done already, is meet their first milestone, which will make playoffs, and they did it with one game in hand.
This season on this pod, we've said all we need to do is get in. All we need to do is get in, and then from there, we'll see.
And it's there now, right? Like they're in. Again, like, and I'm not trying to build this game where like you should be satisfied with this. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm saying let's give credit where credit's due. They hit their first milestone, right? And the fact that they did that with one game in hand, and now you have a chance to kind of solidify and maybe take advantage of it and probably host a game. Like, listen, a month ago we thought the season was over, and now their fate is in their hands. What they do with that, like that's on them, right? And I think it'll dictate a lot how they go into playoffs. But like they have it in their hands. And again, we needed a draw at bare minimum, and they did the bare minimum. And they got it. They got the draw. We'll have time right now to discuss where we're at. But let's finish through this fucking game because I haven't even got the first half. Puig misses. RSL counter back. And again, 7 men in the box. 7 in transition because we didn't have 7 in the box. They get a goal. Second PK. Before Costa picks it up, anybody who would you want to take it when you realize they're going to call it PK?
Jesus Christ himself. I didn't know.
Was the only right answer.
Costa?
Yeah.
At this
I'm
point,
with George, man. I'm with George.
at this point, why not Costa?
Like, I don't give a fuck. Just somebody make that shit, though. I don't care if I can put Cosmo. I don't give a fuck. Just make that shit. Jesus Christ.
I my obvious guess wasn't Costa. I thought it would be Brugman. You know what I mean? I thought Brugman would come in and
50-50 too.
Yeah, but here's what I figured. I'm not saying I'm right, but I figured that he's gonna place the ball and rocket it to one side. Right? Like keeps gonna block it, he's gonna block a rocket. But Costa steps up. And I'm not mad at it when he does.
That was a really good PK.
Perfect penalty.
Yeah, this is before he even takes it. And the way he takes it, Masa, did you say like he should be taking PKs? Or did I read that?
Should be on any set piece.
Listen, and for what reason? Yeah, actually, you said this. Actually, Masa, you said this before, even not for PK. You say he has a very snap shot. Like he takes his shots real quick. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then the way he runs up to the PK. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that before.
Say it, Masa. Say it. No, I want Masa to say it. Come on.
Russell Wilson.
Hey, come on.
Oh shit. No,
Eso es lo que quería, va.
the way man runs up to a ball, like he hides his shape, and then when he takes a shot, he's a very snap shot. So like, if you're trying to read Costa's body and in PK, oh bro, that's hard, right? Like the opposite of, yeah, that too. But it's also the opposite of what Puig did, right? Because Puig he told you he was shooting it that way
with his hips.
Like, and then Stadium I sees the replay, and I was like, oh my god, like I like this, right? Because he has this like almost where he's hiding his left foot, run up all the way till he gets there, and then he just kind of snaps it.
Right, yeah.
And I thought that was like, again, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I thought that was really dope. And compared to how
the way we've seen how many penalties this season, that's probably the best taken one.
No, not probably. Cheech was good. Cheech had one that was really good, but that was like everything about it was dope. So I'm not mad at it if you're gonna tell me that if he's in the field, he's gonna take a BK.
That's
As
cool.
long as he doesn't ever try to do some bullshit like a Panenka though. Like just always shoot it the way he did though, with power to one side, that crazy run up, and I'm cool with it. It was good. It was good. Levels it up. Which okay, there it is. There it is, right? 1-1. Now let's go after it. And I thought we were gonna go after it.
I
But
thought
man,
so too. That's what was upsetting to me. Even though you did say that RSL was the team that needed to push forward, my issue with the rest of this game is that
but see, like
we're at home.
I think Arsenal found a little more too though after that goal, right? And this is me after watching the replay of the game. I think they found a little more, and again, it wasn't skill because I don't think they had the skill to play with us. But it was the chase down. It was closing down. It was pressuring every single player they had. Like I mean, listen, whether it was clean or not, whether it was just being annoying to stop Pucha's runs before he even got there, because there was a lot of bumps into Pucha on when he didn't have the ball. It was just little bumps that threw him off. All that work they did, like again, I'm not trying to, and I get it. I'm not I missed the one, but I'm not trying to fucking watch Galaxy performance, because I'm not trying to watch the performance. But I did notice a lot of things from Marcel that I hadn't seen anybody play against Galaxy that way, right? Like, or that intensity was different for them, and I give him a lot of credit for that. But either with that, all that being said, Gran Zero gets taken out again. Another pretty quiet game from Gran Zero, because I think he had like 2 shots.
It was trash.
But it wasn't, you know what I mean? It wasn't anything exciting. So another quiet game from Gran Zero.
It was trash.
Yo, goddamn, Gran Zero really pissed me off because you don't see a difference between in this game. You didn't see a difference from when from Cabral was in or Gran Zero was in.
Actually, you did, because Cabral actually got in some dangerous situations. Except it's Cabral,
and it shouldn't be that way. You get me?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Gran Zero for Cabral, and again, not a sub that I'm mad because Gran Zero's going on. I'm just kind of upset that it's Cabral coming in, right? Like the only problem there. Costa for Vasquez is something I didn't like either, because the intensity that Arsenal's playing with at the 80th minute is not a game for Vasquez to be anywhere near, because he just doesn't have it to react to what Arsenal's doing, right? And again, I love fucking Vasquez though, but I don't think it was the right game for him to be in there. You know what I mean? Bring in Aguirre, who has the energy to fucking keep up with the rest of Arsenal, right? Like fresh off the bench. Point is, Vasquez comes in, Jovic comes in for Cheech. 4 minutes to go. I think that's when we were like, fuck it, it's gonna be a draw, right? Yeah,
because we sat back.
Yeah, but even with that, right? We see Pooch gets the opening, and Cheech does an amazing run, bro. Cheech does his run across the goal that opens up fucking Cabral, right? Pooch puts it in, and listen, I would say this, it probably wasn't a pinpoint perfect pass from Pooch, because it was a little too ahead of him. But if Cabral just reacts to it like faster, because he looks like he takes a second maybe to react to it and then run into it. You guys know what the play I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And he's just like, by the time he reacts to that shit, like it's too late. Like defender's there to cover a shot, boom. Bro, not 3 minutes later, he gets another shot where he creates for himself. He moves out the way. And takes a good shot. And my God, this guy needs a limpia. Because it gets through the keeper, bro. Clean dive from the keeper. It gets through the keeper, bro. Bink off the back post, right? And most of the time, doesn't hit the back of the keeper and goes right into goal. This motherfucker has the luck of fuck. ¿Sabe qué putas hizo, fool? Ese es mañoso, dog. Te seguro que es mañoso because he's paying for something, bro. Like, god damn, bro. That shit hits
I was ready to fucking yell that goal, bro.
Me too.
I was waiting.
Man, can you
I have
imagine
been waiting.
the
Well,
winner?
I'm still waiting all season, but
oh my God, the winner, dog.
that would have been
The winner.
Cabral giving us a winner? Sick ass bitch.
He's the reason you don't get your tattoo. Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
I would
have got Cabral to do that. You know what I mean? Nah, but still, like it. I don't think it did anything wrong, except for maybe putting the ball half an inch too far to the left, right? Like that was a good shot. Unlucky, dog. Unlucky. And then to close it off, though, it's the 90 plus. I don't even know, because you know, like the stadium at the 90th minute, it's just the 90th plus, right? Like, yeah, nothing else. So I don't know. It must have been like 106 minutes or something, because I felt that way. I felt like forever after 90th minute. But fucking Dejan finds the ball in the midfield, and he takes off, and Cabral makes his run, so he lays it off to him.
Dog.
And in a ball that you want to play, I'm sorry, myself, I'm cut you off. But like in my opinion, like the ball you play like a brawl, right? Into space so he can have a choice of like poke it this way, poke it that way. Like you have the space to run, and that's what you want, right? You have space to run. Masa, go ahead and say what you're gonna say. I'm sorry. I shouldn't worthless what I said.
Dog. I really thought this motherfucker got my ass, bro.
You thought.
I really thought, dog, this one was gonna fucking go around the keeper or take a shot, dog, or fucking even take a touch. This motherfucker outran the ball, bro. Like, how do you, bro? I don't get that shit, dog. I've watched that replay like 100 times, and I still don't get it.
Bamboozled, baby, bamboozled.
How the fuck does a defender behind you, who you are faster than, gets to the
Gets the ball
ball
first?
I'm gonna grab Danny by his non-existent hair and be like, look. Look.
This shit is absurd to me, bro. Like, if he would have shot it and he would have missed it,
Is
or
it though?
it
Is it absurd to you now?
No, it's
Is
not.
it?
That is
Everything you see.
It's absurd that he got a contract with the LA Galaxy.
Again, but look at it, right?
everything
no way
else.
you
is
can
perfect.
How long has it been? And Masa still thought. That's how we got bamboozled, dog. Because it looks like
I did it though. I knew.
yeah, me too. Like I told
But,
Masa, like,
I mean,
I told Masa San Jose.
Masa, you, me, us four should be bamboozled because we're doing this with our hearts.
I'm not. Look, I'm.
You get me? We're
bamboozled.
believing with our hearts.
No. Look, if he would have shot it and he would have missed it, oh yeah, that's Cabral. My man didn't even get to take a touch. That's what trips me the fuck out. Like, I
No
was
decisive.
expecting like a heavy touch. Oh yeah, that's Cabral. He shoots wide. Oh yeah, that's Cabral. Shoots right at the keeper. Oh yeah, that's Cabral. My man regressed and did not take a touch.
God damn.
Even
Like,
it
that's
just like
like,
worse and worse and worse, bro.
What?
Like
I was so hot, bro. Like, he
It
did
might have been-
everything right, dog. Everything right. He fucking makes the perfect run, everything, dog, and he can't take a fucking touch or not even a shot from there, dog. Like, I don't
anything,
get it.
dog. Anything. I think it was last week on the chat. Somebody said this guy's really regressing because before it was he couldn't just make the final decision. Like his last touch was always letting him down, whether it was shot or pass, right? And then this season we've seen like his touch, like he's never had the first time touch to make the right run or the right pass. Now Max didn't even touch the ball; he just runs next to it. You know what I mean? Like man, Benjamin Button with his soccer skills, something, dog. You know what I mean? Just regressing or something, dog. Just I don't know, man. But it is what it is. That's who Cabral is. I think we do get bamboozled though because we had no scouting. And if you just seen tape on this kid, and we just seen highlight tape on this
highlights,
kid,
yeah.
That's a DP position, man. A tape on a DP position.
a young DP position, right? And it only burns because it's a 5-year contract. Like again, like if you're taking, if this kid would have been like one of the Atlanta kids that they brought in, who is young and super fucking dynamic, yo, we've been talking mad, we've been wilding out. It's a gamble and we fuck, like we take the L. Remember we went to Vegas once and we decided to make a really stupid bet right before leaving Vegas. Do you remember?
The LA Galaxy can't though.
Yes, they can because they did. Look,
That was
where we
coming
at.
back
Here-
from
here
Salt
we
Lake.
are.
That's coming
Here
back
we
from
are.
Salt Lake in the immigrant van. Oh shit!
Yeah, oh, that is true. All right,
It was that
final-
trip.
one
That's when that
final.
Shame Squad broke apart that night.
Oh yeah, just our friendship broke apart. Everything, just the whole. I broke apart. Like I wasn't the same person. Your sandals broke. You know what I mean? Because never mind.
Oh, man, damn.
The sandals.
Oh, the yellow shirt. Oh,
Oh,
shout
yeah.
out to Aldo's cousin, man. Damn, I'm never gonna forget that one. Picture's still somewhere, man.
But 1-1 end of the game. A job done, not well done. Right? Like I'm only giving 10% tip. I'm not going. I'm going nothing extra than that for this job. But they did it, man. And again, it leaves a sour taste because we could have had more. We should have had more. But we're short again. Going into into Houston now, right? Because now, listen, let me take a step back. 1-1 draw, and we're sitting in 4th place. But I'll be honest with you, right? Like I'm seeing us sitting in 4th place and thinking, okay, like this is not gonna stand, right? Levis clinched that day too. So I'm like, there's not even a real big motivation to go out after Nashville at this point now, right? So Nashville could get a result. I'm thinking they're gonna get a result against Houston. So I'm like, okay, like Now we really got to win. Got to win in Houston, so we can at least keep pace for 5th place. Boys, did anybody watch the Houston Nashville game?
I didn't watch the game, but I know the
I
result.
saw the fucking result after.
Motherfucker, somebody told me as soon as I turned that motherfucker on, I was like, nah, you flaying me.
It's insane, but like, fuck. It somehow the fucking soccer god said, nah, you know what? I like Houston and LA. That's just always fun. I need a narrative. They want to say, hey, fuck this shit. Like, nah, we're gonna fuck this up here, make this happen here, and somehow the LA Galaxy game against Houston Dynamo at the end of the season is gonna count for something. Dog, I don't understand why it's always the same. Listen, how many times have I talked about RSL since we started this podcast? Somehow RSL is always involved with us in some way about playoffs. And somehow it's also always Houston involved in something related to playoffs. It's always those
at the end of the season.
At the I don't understand why. Like I don't understand Rudy, George, Massa. I don't get how this happens. I don't get it. Like tell me there's no soccer gods. I have proof for you. This are all proofs here. 5, 6, 7. I don't know how long we've been doing this for. It's the same fucking narrative.
But it's not though, right? But it's changing a little bit, and I'm gonna give you a little bit of sugar right now. Let me give you a little Kool-Aid, right?
Sugar.
Because as much as you want to dislike that 1-1 result, Galaxy clinched playoffs in fan appreciation night. Wasn't the best result in the field, but it was the result that we wanted. You know what I mean? And that's something that we have not been able to say. And again, and it's a marketing headline, right? Because it doesn't say the whole truth, and I get it. But it's something we hadn't been able to say in how long, right? When is the last time we had an end of the season game, home game, that we had anything to be happy about?
It's still not end of the season. Oh, home game. Sorry,
home game. Yeah, home game. When's the last fan appreciation game that we had anything to be happy about, right? And again, the performance in the field left something to be desired, but
that's my issue.
Like the bigger picture. It's that these motherfuckers clinch playoffs with a game in hand that helps them in seeding if they can pull it through. Again, like, listen, I understand that we're the LA Galaxy and it's MLS Cup or bust, but it wasn't the beginning of the season. It wasn't 4 weeks ago, right? 4 weeks ago was let's make playoffs, and look where we're at. We're in playoffs with a chance to make fucking.
5 weeks ago, I said we're not even making the playoffs.
So again, like I fucks with y'all, and George, I'm picking at you because you're
as you should.
You're my reference, but this is for everybody though. This is for everybody, like because I understand the frustrations. Like I legit understand the frustrations, but also let's look at what's in front of us, right? We got a fucking teams in the playoffs,
Ricky
and not Ricky Pooch is leading us there. Fuck yeah, and I'm happy about it.
He was
the hottest player in MLS leading us into playoffs. Let's go. Let's fucking go, man. Again, it's not all roses. I get it, right? And man, right now if Galaxy make any kind of run, it's the underdog story for us, right?
And if they don't, then we're happy that you just made it.
No, if it don't, listen, here you can't tell me this season wasn't a better season than last season.
No, absolutely not, because we're already a step ahead.
There's progress here, right? And I think we'll go deep into next week when we talk about playoffs, right? Because the next week we're talking about playoffs regardless of a result of Houston. Isn't that nice to say? We don't have to worry about a result next week. I mean,
yeah, we
do. No, we don't. We want a result. We want a result to host the game, but we're in playoffs, right? Next, all is up for grabs right now on Sunday. Is fucking seen, but playoffs is ours.
And my body.
Playoffs is ours, baby. Playoffs is ours right now. So again, like it's nice to be ahead again. Small victories, baby, and we haven't had many of those, so I'll take them. Right?
100%. My expectations are much higher, but you gotta measure them. I take it. We're in playoffs, but yeah, fuck it.
Yeah. Again, listen. I want to go in playoffs, sitting first in the West, right? And hopefully we get there. And I think, listen, for again, I'm gonna stop here because that leads me to another conversation I think we have at the end of the season, not right now. Here it is, though, right? LA Galaxy right now, with even games across the fucking board. Everybody in the West has 33 games. No more games in hands for anybody, right? The Galaxy sit in 4th place with 47 points. Above them is FC Dallas with 50 points, and below them is Nashville with 47 points. Below Nashville is Portland with 46 points. Below them is Minnesota with 45 points, and yada yada yada, because it doesn't fucking matter, right? The Galaxy could finish as low as 7th place. Well, a result, a victory guarantees them at minimum 4th place. We're playing Houston. Angel, you were just talking about Houston. How every year at the end of the year, we play Houston. And most years they don't have shit to fuck up, just to fuck up, the way we end the season. But sometimes they've been able to take us out of playoffs. They don't have that, but they have a chance to ruin our seeding. How are we feeling going into Houston right now, boy?
I'm chilling. Because if there's one thing that the Galaxy has done this season is be inconsistent.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. Well, no. What I'm gonna say is it doesn't matter if we play home or away. Like as a fan base, obviously we want the home game, right? As a fan base, I get that. Absolutely, I'm with you guys. It would be dope. We haven't hosted in forever. We talked about this in the last pod. Damn, can you imagine if we get the home game? Blah, blah, blah. I get that for sure. But if you just go out there and start building some momentum in terms of style of play and being creative and maybe working on your defense, use it as a, I don't want to say practice game, but think of a warm up for playoffs. Right? Yeah, a warm up game for your playoffs, right? Like let's work on these defensive issues that we're having, so we're not fucking leaking goals in the back. We're not relying on these guys having to score 3-4 goals because playoff games sometimes are going to be really close. They might not be your high scoring, 3-4, 4-5 games or whatever crazy shit we've seen. It sometimes they're less than that. Sometimes they're only separated by a goal, 2-1, 1-0. It's let's work on. That's my opinion, right? Because Houston has nothing to lose. They're gonna come out there, play, still gonna try to win.
Yeah,
their last home game. I get that. So that's my opinion. That's how I take it. If I'm the team, right? Obviously, again, from a support perspective, motherfucker better win. I want to host, but take it back a little bit of what this can mean for our team. Realistically, it doesn't matter if we're home or away.
Yeah,
we haven't shown consistencies at home. We haven't shown consistencies away. Nothing. We're not good either or. We've gotten results away. We've given up terrible results at home.
But so can I just let me throw asterisk in there, right? Because you say that, and it's funny because when we're doing bad, we have recency bias a lot. But we don't want to give them credit to what they've been doing right now. Right? Like how many games is this that we haven't taken an L? Oh, actually, we took.
Well, we haven't lost a home game in a minute.
Well, we took 1 L in the last 11 games, right? 1, 2, 3, 4.
And it was away.
6, 7,
Vancouver.
8, 9, 10 games, 1 L. So if there's one thing, at least again, Sully in the comments says we need other teams to suck for us to get in playoffs. Not necessarily. I think the Galaxy in the last 10 games, and of course, like the results they got in throughout the season, but the last 10 games specifically, put in a position that anybody dropping points, we're going to take advantage of. And that's what we did. Like, again, I don't know why we have this negative.
No, but because what's one constant, Rudy, in all these 11 games or whatever you just talked about? What is one constant in all this? Defense. No, defense. We're still we how many clean sheets do we have in all this? One? Okay, thank you. And that's what I'm getting at. Is Houston's gonna come at you, just gonna try to win. It's focused on maintaining your being mentally strong, being alert at all times. Because remember, it's moments, man. Especially playoffs, you can have a perfect game, and all you need is 10 seconds of lapse, and there goes your season, right? And that's what I'm getting at. It's not necessarily like I get that they've been doing great, but at this point, it's single game knockouts. Take it like that, right? Like here, let's get these defensive kinks out of it. Let's use this as a warm up. Let's work on seeing what's gonna work best for our back line. That's my opinion, my perspective. You guys have something else? Absolutely, by all means. But again, this is how I'd approach it in terms of if I'm the players and the coach.
But here's what I'm arguing, right? I'm the Kool-Aid man. I don't think. I don't think we have. I don't think we're in it for the cup.
No, of course not.
You know what I mean? And I'm the Kool-Aid man. Like I like this team. I think this team is better than a lot of us give credit to. But I don't think we're in it for the cup. Not this year. Right? Even with the way we're playing, I don't think we're in it for the cup. I think it's teams that build like more complete than we are. Right? I think we have a lot of good pieces. I think we can make something out of this. I don't think we're a full team right now. So I'm being honest. I don't think we're in it for the cup. I do want to see a good showing, and I think this team could do that. Right? And I tell you, they get past the first game or they get past any games, And now we're spinning the whole narrative again in this underground story. Can this team, go from shit to actually making a run or whatever it is? But all of that is put aside, right? I said in the beginning of the season that I want to see one step up. I wanted to see one step up because I think one step up we're a playoff team. And I think for the most part, except for fucking for Cabral, who took 2 steps back, most of the team has taken a step up, right? And the players who've come in to replace other players have been a step better than the ones we've had. We're there, man. And again, I'll save this conversation for postseason, but it's an interesting offseason based on the way the season is going to end, right? Because if it is 7th, if it is an L against Houston, and it's 7th because everybody else wins, then again, it's a different narrative than going into it in 3rd or 4th place, right? We're seeing it different, right? And I think there's everybody so, because if they can't get a result in Houston this week, then there's something missing, right? Because a team that we want, a team of caliber that we want, needs to be able to go out to Houston and get the result to get 3rd place, to get 4th place, whatever it is, right? To host the game, because it's that easy. Get a result, get a dub, get a W versus a bad team.
The team is already eliminated. It has nothing to play for.
Right.
Their whole purpose is to try to fuck it up for you.
Yep. So be a good team and go beat them. Make it light work. Don't complicate yourself. Make it light work. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about lineup first, right?
All right.
What do we change?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you change? Who's
Same
the starting back
fucking
line?
lineup.
All right. So who's the center backs then? Let me go there because that was
Same
the
fucking
question.
lineup. Understand my beef. I get my beef for Koulibaly, absolutely, and I think it has merit. But again, it's kind of what I said. I need some constants, right? We need to add some consistency in what's going to happen moving forward. I don't want to see another mix up. But listen, while I may not be happy with Koulibaly, stop mixing it around. I need, if you're going to have Caceres to be your guy in the back, he's been here for such a short time. He needs to start building some rapport with his wingbacks and whoever's the other piece in the center is. Like, stop moving it around. It's too late in the game, in the season, for you to be figuring out, oh, shit, should I start Koulibaly? Should I start Williams? Fuck it, just pick one. If you think they're both ass, just fucking, I don't know, just pick one, and that's gonna be your guy moving forward. That fucking simple.
What about midfield? Midfield stays same, right? There's no way touching.
No, you're not touching that.
Mark or fucking Bruma or Pooch. No. I think Costa's a goal, right? You gotta give Costa a run because for whatever. Maybe that was his whole game plan. Like, I'm gonna be shit until the end of the season, so nobody's expecting me, and I can turn up and be something. Okay.
Fuck it. I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll take it.
But like, I'm not mad at the inclusion of him in the team. Like, in fact, like I'm with y'all. He's in the starting 11. What about the left side?
Also, to his credit, though, he has been playing a lot better towards the last 2-3 games. Even that game where stupid ass Red, bro, he was doing.
Yeah,
he was
he-
having a
that's
solid
the
game.
best
one of
game.
his best
Fucking
games.
idiot, bro. Fucking idiot.
All right. I'm gonna say one more time. The last few times he's played, I've come on here and said like that was the best I've seen Costa play for the Galaxy. Consecutively, every single time. And then he did that super record and I had to walk that
Feels
back,
like
but
feels like a new transfer, huh?
nah, tampoco.
Nah, tampoco. Shut the fuck up.
Tampoco.
just
Relax.
fuck
No te dormir mejor.
Relax. But yeah, he's in there. But what about the left side? Right? Renzer? Cabral?
It don't matter to me. At this point, it doesn't matter. Straight the fuck up.
That's the question though, man.
They both give me the same work rate. It does not fucking matter.
I think the only advantage to having it the way that we have it, where it's Cabral coming as a sub, is while he is leaving the ball behind him, he is catching the defenders, tired or with more noodle legs than anything else. So that, if you want to add that into the mix, sure. But even then, what's the point if he's too fast for the soccer ball? Apparently.
It doesn't matter, but
Who
I
you
have
going
to
with?
pick one. Edward Granzier. Has to
Massa,
like,
Angel, what you guys going with?
yeah, I'm going with
That's
Granzier.
what I'm saying. Grand Serie, yeah. So Cabral off the bench.
George, you with that? We're going with Renzer?
Yeah, I go with Ganzier as well. Honestly,
keeping
but
the
to
same
my
lineup?
to my lineup to the starting 11, I just want whoever you're gonna start as in the playoffs.
Yeah, and I think that left wing special, right? Because Costa doesn't do much. He's named for himself and make sure that he has a man on him, right? Like he's gonna get pulled. He's gonna get somebody pulled for him. But the left side should be somebody who can actually do something, put some pressure. Sucks, but I'm gonna go Cabral too.
I mean, Granzier.
Yeah, that's what I said. Mm-hmm. Run the tape. I'm a Gogrins here.
It's on the tape.
Um, what do we think about this game? How do you see it? Like honestly, like
I do
what's
have
a
a question.
What's okay? Go for it.
Do you let Cheech play?
Yeah,
Yes.
100%.
All right.
You
Just
play
curious.
whenever you're gonna go into the playoffs.
I
You
know.
let
I
him
get.
play.
Well,
You
I
have
just
to let him
asked.
play because
That
last
is one.
game
Yeah.
was not his best showing. Outside of drawing the penalty, he had a shit game too. Like we were over here talking shit about Grantier, equally as bad, Chicha. So
Man, I don't think you had
you gotta.
a lot of time to breathe on, man.
I mean, it is what, bro. But when he did have, he couldn't even control ball. He had
Yeah,
terrible touches. You gotta give him the run again.
sure.
You know, go into like hopefully could get one or two, and go into playoffs hot. I
I
mean,
think he is hot though.
why would
Right
you?
now, I think he's hot.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like
He just one
you don't
outlier.
wanna freeze out your
We only
striker
scored
either.
one anyways the last game, so it's not like listen, we would have had like 4 or 5 goals and he didn't score one of them. Then I'd be like, all right, maybe,
Man,
maybe.
Yeah, but you give
But
him
he's
man,
some
been
play
a
time.
hot streak as of late. So
You don't wanna freeze out your
Cheech
striker.
Cheech come out from fucking up back-to-back penalties and still played well. Like I think his mental hurdles, he's learned how to get over them. I don't think like having a bad game last game was gonna affect him too much. But I'm
Yeah,
with you
no.
though.
yeah,
I'm with you.
we're building him a
Get
statue.
the man out. Get the man out. You know what I mean? Let him score another goal and then listen.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So here, let's go here. Right. I need gut feeling. Like, what do you think this game's gonna feel like? Like, what does this game look like for you? Like, what's your gut telling you? And then give me your prediction. Like, what
I'll
does
just
the
give my
game look like?
prediction because I think it's gonna be a representation of what the game's gonna be. I'd say it's gonna be a 2-2 draw.
Oh yeah, and you think it's Galaxy
It-
allowing
Defensive
Houston to
issues.
get over it?
It's gonna be defensive issues. Yeah, and obviously we have the firepower to get the goals.
Because of-
I just think 2-2, and I think at some point we're probably gonna realize that maybe that 2-2 tie is gonna put us over the edge and like, hey, why risk more? And it's gonna be it's gonna slow down. And it's gonna be a Thursday night football game all over again.
That's
From
interesting
that
too,
point on.
because every single game goes at the same time, right?
Yep.
So if we know that,
And I'm sure they're gonna
one
I'm sure
gets
gonna
us,
be aware.
I can see that. George, you
I
got
feel the
something?
same way. I feel the same way. I have 1-1. I have us leading up until the end. I think in the 70th minute, Vanny's going to make some Sasha Clash and Vasquez moves that I think don't merit the game, and I think that's when the goal gets brought.
That's where you at.
3-1 Galaxy.
Go on. Here, Don, let me serve you up some more. Give me a cup. Give me a cup real quick, baby.
I got diabetes already.
That's the question.
so
What was your
I'm
prediction for
Marcus and I
the
got
RSL game?
diabetes.
2-1 Galaxy.
2-1.
Yeah, the more realistic one. They egged me on, dog. Y'all coerced me into saying 5-0 last week. I'm blaming y'all for that. Man, I think it's gonna be. Listen, here's where I'm fearing right now. I'm caught in between a 2-2 and 2-1 victory from the Galaxy, and I think the Galaxy comes out hot and scores 2 goals. I don't know how soon, but they score 2 goals. They get a 2-goal advantage, and we stress the fuck out with a narrow 2-1 victory or 2. I think it's be one of those games where like
I just think
I'm hoping
right
for a
now,
result. Oh, sorry, go for it.
Yeah. I just think right now momentum's in our favor.
Mm-hmm.
Even when we go down, these guys seem to not want to
Not give up.
So, and honestly, this past game, if Puig scores his fucking penalty, it's a completely different ball game, and we walk out with
Araujo
the
8
win.
minutes in. If he scores that goal 8 minutes in,
Yeah.
like, and I'm not saying anything. Araujo. I think it was good defending. But if he just like was able to get in front of him and get a better shot and scores that goal, it's a wrap. Dog. It's a different game. George, let him know what you got to do, dog.
And,
Yeah, punch him in the mouth early, but we're gonna punch him early. But our coach is trash.
I feel like this game is a game that we can take to them early too.
Mhm.
And if we do that, then I don't see it. I don't see a draw. I feel
Man.
like we can score a couple. And like I feel like everybody's just so focused. Like everybody's pumped right now. Like at the possibility of getting a home game 1 and 2, being champion. Like it's right there.
Y'all dream about
It's
that
right
shit,
there.
baby.
If you're not hyped about being a fucking champ, I don't
Fuck
know,
out my
man.
squad. Fuck off my
I
squad,
don't know.
dog.
Straight fuck up.
Listen. I just think fucking. I think Houston is petty, dog, and I think they have like real petty motivation to fucking to fuck us over.
They have class quality fucking attackers. It's not like they got scrubs attacking, bro. They got Darwin Quintero. They have some other fucking
36-year-old
striker
like eu tava assistindo for
Darwin
ela foi
Quintero, fucking
insane.
Darwin Quintero, dog.
Ah,
They got
listen,
H.
I still think Galaxy has a better team. And that whole listen,
and that's why they should win 3-1.
I think I'm thinking Houston has petty motivation, and I think they'll come out be better. But I'm really hoping to see a performance like San Jose, because San Jose was a bad team, and the Galaxy showed them they were a bad team. Right? Like they let off a little bit at the end, but San Jose nothing for them, right? And I think they should treat fucking Houston the same way. Their team below their class, so go out there and let them know. Either way, I say 2-1. You and with 3-1 victory, you said, Masa?
Yeah, 3-1.
Georgia and Angel, you guys on 2-2 draws?
1-1.
1-1 or draws, multiple goals, 1 goal each. Here we go, man. Here we go. It's not do or die because we're already in. But like Scooter said, it would be a statement game to go out there and get the dub, right? Especially if it's convincing and you're heading into playoff with finish season with a dub, home playoff, yada yada yada. All that sounds pretty, but the boys got to go out there and do it. So there we go. Sunday early, 2 p.m., right? 2 p.m. kickoff?
2 p.m.
All across
MLS,
2 p.m.
Yep.
So here we go, boys. It's there now. The man up. And again, regardless of what happens, we're in playoffs. Hopefully it's fucking going up.
Fuck that Galaxy wins. Lisa's birthday. They went for her birthday. There you go.
Let's go. Fuck yeah. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Lisa.
Who?
Lisa, it's your birthday.
Happy birthday, Lisa.
You know what I'm talking about. All right.
Yep.
Listen, man, it's an interesting end of the season. We'll be back next week for sure. Talk about who we're facing in the playoffs, what happened in Houston, and all that we're excited for and nervous for. But for now, we have any questions? Hit us with any questions on Discord or on socials?
Yeah. I have Glenn. How do you justify having the best players on your team not get paid best player money?
Don't give a fuck.
You don't.
Dumbass shouldn't have signed that contract.
Mm-hmm.
You don't, man.
What are we talking about in this question?
I think he's talking about Ricky Pooch playing on time.
Oh, what? Hey, take all this money?
Hey, you know what that is? That's good business.
Yeah, that's good business.
Finally, in our
for
favor.
For both of them, honestly, because Ricky Pooch could have been making what $1.5 million more on the bench. I'd much rather be playing, bro. I'm too young to be riding on the bench.
And Pooch's marketability just skyrocketed.
100%.
And
Versus
so
being a
much
bench.
happy.
I mean, he's balling the fuck out.
Yeah.
Right? Imagine being one of the best in your craft of where you work at. Right? And knowing and walking around with a big dick. That's what I'm saying. Best in your craft of where you work at MLS, right? Like I think he's one of the best in MLS. And that's a big dick. It's like again, it's good business, man. You know what I mean? I don't think it's a negative at all. All right. Got anything else?
We have a backup question with you. Does anyone like Costa's answers on the presser? Can I have a little bit of a Kool-Aid? Can I have a little bit of the Kool-Aid, bro?
What do you say?
I'll serve you up, but I didn't watch the fucking presser.
I watched it, but I forgot what he said.
My
bad.
Well, if it was Kool-Aid talk, then obviously he was probably talking about how we're.
Oh, you know what? He said that. He said something about him stepping up to the penalty. He didn't want obviously he doesn't want his teammates to miss, but he couldn't let that opportunity pass by. Like he's like, I have to step up and take this shit because no one else did. No one else.
I don't care what you got to say. Tell yourself in your fucking head. As long as that ball ends up in the back of the net.
Yep.
Hey man, for real. Like if the penalty happened, he's like, oh, I gotta step up for my man. So you know what I mean? If that's his talk. If he said, like, fuck it, let me take it. I don't give a fuck. He took it and he took it well. Let's go.
I think he said
he could be singing Data Kuluru in his head. I don't give a fuck as long as he put that ball.
Commercial Underground says. Commercial Underground said. Costa said he would be back next year. Well, I don't think that's breaking news. I think unfortunately we're in that situation where he's.
Well, I mean, I don't think there's any player on the squad right now that's not going to tell you they're going to be back next year. Everybody wants to be employed.
And again, man, like listen. For as negative as we want to be, for many good reasons, we don't know where this is going to end right now, right? So we might not be again 4 weeks ago. Remember the tone of this show, right? Like,
just save us from Costa. I don't care how good he's playing. Just remember the year that he had. Get him out of here.
I'm not gonna give one fuck if he balls out in playoffs. Fuck the year. If he gets me close to MLS Cup, fuck the year. My man's did that for me. That's all I care about. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Listen, I'm not
And if
Levas.
this
I'm not gonna
is-
celebrate
and
a
if this
fucking
is-
supporter
and if
shield. It
this
doesn't
is-
matter.
and if
I
this
need
is
fucking
the
MLS
height-
Cup.
If this is the height of Costa, 3 good games, you're bringing him back next year?
I'll pay him a whole year if he gives me MLS Cup. I'll give him a whole fucking year. Sit in the bench. Give me MLS Cup,
Listen,
bitch. I'll
to
give
my
a fuck.
question.
Give me MLS Cup.
If this is the top of him, the last 3 games with
Uh-huh.
this one, you bring him back next year?
You have no choice. He's contracted, Papa. What the fuck are you gonna do? Unless you buy him out, right?
Well,
I
yeah,
would say,
obviously,
you
right?
buy him out,
That's
some other
what George
shit.
is saying. If you have the option to buy him out, which I'm guessing that's what George is saying. Galaxy have the option to buy him out. If they do that, if the AG says, "Here, I'm gonna buy his ass out," are you sure? When you know how you do the cancel and
confirm.
subscription, and you get to the
Confirm.
end, you gotta confirm.
Confirm.
Like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you really sure though? Are you sure? That's
I'm
that's
sure.
reason.
It all depends on, like, for me, if there's an option to
But
get rid of him.
George is saying
it all
these last
depends.
3 games, right, that we just seen
Mhm.
from these past 3. Yeah, I'm signed. I'm
Oh, not me.
buying.
I'm
You're
not there
signing
yet.
him
I'm
for
not,
the
I'm not
what
there
we
yet.
see?
I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet.
What?
What the
I'm not
fuck?
there yet.
What?
I buy
I'm
him
not there
out.
yet.
I buy him
Well,
out.
fuck.
The
I'm not
only
there
way
yet.
I'm satisfied with Douglas Costa season is if we're MLS Cup champion.
Yo,
At
man,
that
give
point,
me-
everybody
Yeah,
on-
'cause I heard you
every-
say
every-
I heard you say you'll bring him back.
if we're
Yeah, no.
MLS Cup champions.
No. Right now, I thought you were
Oh.
starting off by saying that you were going to bring him back
Oh no,
with what we've seen.
nah,
Man, I
what we're
get-
seeing, I'm gonna bring him back.
Yeah, man. Give me a playoff run. Oh man, I'm talking about playoffs. Playoffs. Let's go, baby. All right. Anything else before we fuck out here? I'm already yapping.
Danger TRL wants to know Suarez, Cáceres, Brugman, chemistry wise, is that good? And should we bring back Polenta?
Oh, please. I'll take Valenta back in a heartbeat, son. And in the Uruguayans, man, they got a little something extra in them. I like them. I like
The
it.
chemistry. I'm full.
You know,
dog.
you know, three cam each, baby. Let's go. 3 cam
All right,
each.
that was it for Discord.
I didn't post any questions, but obviously I had my question from early in the week. Just because I had some curiosity. So my question, I posted out there said,
Yeah. What's their
LA Galaxy thought for Thursday night, but curious on what Twitter has to say. Hypothetically, what the fuck would the lineup be if CR7 Suarez, Cheech, and should the G start selling Dejan to open TAM for more wingers or defenders? And what of Costa and Cabral? All right, we had quite a few responses, but I'm just gonna really address 2. Obviously, one of them because it opened some light into my There's one thing that I won't ever say that I know and understand well is the money, how it works in the MLS, the jam, tam, lam, ram, fam, all that shit. I don't understand it. Right now, I'll be, and I don't want to understand it. Maybe that's part of the reason why because it's just stupid. Like, give me a fucking big ass salary cap. Tell me I have no restrictions. If you want to give me 3D, 4DP, fine, cool. These are my I have 4DP spots that don't count for my shit, and then just give me a fat ass fucking salary cap, and I can buy who the fuck I want. Simple.
Like baseball?
Exactly.
Yeah,
like
just-
fucking it's simple. If you want to have a salary cap, that's fine. Just here's the fucking fattest salary cap. Don't worry about net. Point is, Point is, Lester at Larmer frequency. He said something, regarding the Dayon spot. Specifically, my piece about Dayon on the chat, right? I mean, on the question. He said, if you sell Dayon, you won't open up TAM. It will only open up a U22 spot, and the sale will need to be over 3.8 million. Any of the money over 3.8 can be turned into GAM up to 800,000 K. And then he put dash salary cap nerd. I'm guessing salary cap nerd is we got that information from. But point is that's one of those things where I don't understand. Yeah. Right? I just want to bring it back because maybe someone who just heard me read this was like, oh, I get it. I don't get it, but somebody else might get it.
Because we have them because of that mechanism, right? Like that's why Cabral works, because that gives us Dejan, that gives us Arajo, that gives us fucking chicken noogie on higher salary rates without having it impact our salary our salary. That makes sense. But again, go for it. Sorry. Nope.
Yeah, and the other one that I want to address, this one also was to the first piece, about all those players coming in. Rafael Rauda at Rararaf. Cabral and Costa can be shipped off to wherever the fuck. Okay, he answers that piece about, what we do with those guys. Assuming Jules is gone to the EU, this is what his thoughts on the lineup would look like, right? Start, Bond, obviously at the back. Cáceres, Koulibaly, Williams, Edwards. That'd be your back 4. Push, Bergman, Delgado, which is the current setup that we have, and then Cheech, Suarez, CR7. But a narrow 4-3-3 with Edwards providing some width, Chicha dropping into the mid as a false 9. Which, listen, I will say one thing about Cheech. I've seen him drop quite a bit, so maybe that false 9 will work for him. And if it's more of a narrow position, then Suarez and CR7 have got to be played closer to get closer to each other. So we're really not playing with anyone out wide. There's really no width here. We're playing very narrow in this type of formation. What do you guys think about that?
No way, man. Like to me, like if I'm the opposing coach, it's an easy thing, right? Because I just have to keep Suarez and CR in front of me. And I say that like CR over there is a hard thing.
Is it easy?
Listen, you have to worry about their class, right? But you have to worry about them being in front of you the whole fucking time. Because I don't think Suarez is like grinding the back line to get into space. I don't think CR is grinding the back line to get into space, right? And then who's giving us the width? Brugman, Delgado, and Puch. Oh, and Edwards gonna come up once in a while. That's how we're gonna get width. Come on, a team can park the bus. And where is sus for fucking for defense? So park the bus, score a goal, call it a day. That's how you beat the Galaxy.
Yeah.
With Suarez, with Cristiano, with fucking Cheech.
Yep.
Nah. If that's gonna be a thing, then we gotta play like a three man back.
We already struggle in the low block. Imagine double low block.
With players who can't get behind, right? And there's no hate on Suarez, definitely no hate on CR because CR is one of the best, right? Like I'm not hating on that, but like let's be honest, it's old versions of them, right? Like it's it's their current stats, the current activity, not what we know of them. So no, I wouldn't like it. I don't think. I'll buy a jersey though.
Honestly, I would hate having those three on the
I'll
same
buy one jersey with all their names on it and other numbers. Just
Stack
because
up.
I can do that shit. Yeah, just because I can do that shit. Like you said, what'd you say earlier? Big dick energy or something?
Yeah, no, it's on
Like,
dog.
how is it gonna work? I don't know, but we're gonna win games like 10-9, but we're gonna win.
No.
And just a few more. I'll just address these on that came through on Instagram for the same question. Mesa Oscar J, Cabral to Hammerby, Costa Tam, Pooh CR7, Cheech, and Suarez 4 DPs. Cabral to Hammerby, I mentioned earlier I was kind of kidding, but I guess that probably could be a case. And Costa to Tam, you think Costa would take a Tam deal?
If he really wants to be in LA, yes, I think he could care less.
Well,
All right.
Not the Galaxy, Los Angeles, the city.
He's in a year contract, right? Like he has 1 year left, right? Or half a year left. Which one is it? I'm not even sure. He's like 1 year. 1 year
You're
left.
talking to the wrong guy about contracts here and all that shit.
He's here for 1 more year. Like again, like hopefully he has a dope run in the playoffs, and we're excited about having him. But I don't think Man's showed like too much commitment. Like I think he still has it. Like he's shown that he still has it a little bit. I don't think he showed any commitment to the G's, dog. So I don't see any fucking reason why Mans would take Tam deal at all. Like just he'll fucking live out the rest of the year making the money he makes. And then if you want to give him the same kind of money or more after that, then he'll take it.
Mini golfing out.
Yeah, or he'll find the next sucker to get some money like that from.
Smart
I
man.
don't think he's committed. Like I don't like Cheech. I think Cheech is committed. He's bought into it. I think Pooch is bought into it. I think Brugman and I think most of the squad is bought into it. I don't know if Costa's bought into it. I think he's just a good player and he's making a lot of money.
All right, Ixi Mulo. Fuck Costa and Cabral. Jess Concepcion. I believe if the Galaxy win the Cup, Chicha will want to leave to finish his career with Chivas. I would have no problem with that.
100%.
So win the Cup.
Because we get paid. Or listen, fuck getting paid. I think Galaxy might be smart enough to be like, hey, you want to walk away? We let you walk away. Listen, I don't owe you anything. You don't owe me anything. Thanks for the cup. Goodbye. I'll be okay with that too, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, wild and talking about a cup.
No,
I don't think so.
I said from the jump. I don't think we're a cup.
Yeah, wild and.
Let me see what each other ones are on here that Sharita or 2356. If CR7 and Suarez come, no need for Dayan. Love him, but he's got to walk. Get rid of Cabral.
Nope. He's in the contract, baby. Dejan's in the contract.
Poo.
You want to come get him? Pay me.
Yep. Michi Poo. Thoughts on the rumored 4DP spot? May explain why some players are taking Tam for now. We talked about that already. Brig and base. Get Cabral the fuck off my team. Hell yeah. And LA till I die 121. Cabral's ass. He needs to go. All right, there you go.
Accurate.
That's your answers. Yep.
I hope they figure that one out. But Especially because I was 3 years left or some shit like that. Like, oh, I have no fear for them. All right.
We're good.
No, with that being said,
Point is get Cabral off the squad, right, George?
That's 100% the point.
definitely planning on coming on next week. Talk about what happens in Houston. Talk about where we ended up in the playoff seeding and our next opponent and whatever information else we have. So we'll be out here for that. And then can we commit right now to at least one postseason? So we'll do a show every as long as we're in playoffs, and then we'll do one to end the season and talk about it. Yeah, can I commit?
Yeah.
I'm doing shit on air, baby. So y'all motherfuckers have to commit. All right,
We're not the problem here. We commit.
Vaya mierda. That's what you wanted to hear, right? That's what you wanted to hear.
I got receipts, but I ain't gonna say nothing. But, all right. Either way, we'll be here throughout the playoffs.
I got
and
Discord receipts. Whoever wants the Discord receipts, let me know.
So do I.
I got all the proof.
That's exactly what I was talking about. That's exactly what I was talking about. I got Discord proof too, bitch. With that being said, we'll be here the rest of the postseason and one episode at least after season's over. But for now, it's another
Monday or Thursday to be determined.
Yeah. One or two. Either way, y'all get the alerts. Y'all that fuck with us. Y'all that always here. Y'all fucks with us. So I appreciate y'all. Either way, we'll be back. See you guys next week. That being said, it's another episode of Straight from the Stands. I'm your boy Rudy. I'm Smarts on Twitch. I'm Smarts on the gram. I'm Smarts on Twitter.
Follow me at Dodgers.
Peace.
Yeah.
Love, and G's up.
All right. I guess that's open. Peace. Y'all have a good one.